Ready? Settle. Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley Graham, and you are here on my podcast. Pretty big deal. We're talking beauty, we're talking body, we're talking business and owning who you are. And today, I also want to say what's up to my lovely assistant. Hi, Dars. We have a major icon in the house. She's an entrepreneur, fashion muse, and she's a social freaking media genius. We've got Kim Kardashian West in the house. Woo!
I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
So before we started filming, you said, oh yeah, remember when we first met? And I couldn't believe that you remembered when we first met.
Yeah, at the VMAs. I always remember by what I was wearing.
Same. And I remember Michael Silva did your hair because he had just done my hair for the first time that week. And
I love him.
And then he said, oh, yeah, I'm going to go do Kim's hair. I was like, say what? And it was so wet and wavy and sexy. And I walked up to you because Justin, my husband, was like, if you don't go say hi to her now, because he knows how much I love you, he said, you're going to miss out on your opportunity. And I have to say.
What a good support system.
Yes.
Giving you a push.
I know. Because
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Really?
Only because, look, Kim, you have been such a staple in my life, like when it comes to TV and having a curvy body and being a big sister. And so I've always looked up to you, and now you're a businesswoman.
Thank you.
I just, for
Thank
me,
you.
it was like I had to go meet my hero. And then so here enough you were. And you were so nice.
Well, we were sitting there and we were waiting for, the show to start.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to see what everyone's wearing on the red carpet. And you popped up on my phone and then you walked up to me.
So fun.
Yeah.
And then a year later, we met at the Met.
At the Met.
And that was my first Met. And you were
Yes.
looking so gorgeous in the white.
I was really up and down on going to the Met that year.
You were?
Because Kanye wasn't going. He was just, kind of chilling out, not really going anywhere, going to events and stuff. So I was like, I don't know how I can do this on my own. Like, I can't go to the Met by myself.
Right.
And I was so nervous. And we had, been working with one designer, and it just didn't turn out
The way you wanted it
the way
to.
that I wanted. And then Vivian and I were in the process of making these dresses, not specifically for the Met, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then it randomly came in and I was like, you know what, this fits so good. I love it. I think I'll wear this to the Met. But I literally, as of like a few days before, wasn't going until that dress came in.
Serious?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's such a big event that you have to get ready for. And I mean, the prep time, you stay ready, girl, but the prep time I have is like,
It's a lot.
Oh my gosh. It's a 360 photo.
Yeah, it really is.
You're being judged.
You're being judged on every single step up. And it's, honestly, it is so much pressure.
It really is.
I will say probably my best fitting dress in the world was my Versace dress last year at the Met.
100.
It was
100.
your best.
No,
Your
the
100.
fit,
Seriously.
I have never fit anything like that. How it was made from the inside.
Can you break down that dress for me? Because I've been staring at it for weeks now, trying to be like, where did they do? And okay,
It was like this
material was
like a stretchy material on the inside, almost like not really like a Spanx, like a power mesh.
okay.
And it was a bodysuit underneath. So I put the bodysuit
Did
on.
it snap in the crotch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could have even been like little shorts.
Really?
Yeah, underneath. And then it just cinched in my waist.
You looked insane.
I have
Unreal.
all my, thank you. I have
Yes.
all my Met dresses in an archive, and I have the Versace in my closet.
No.
And North actually went in, and she's always like, Mom, can I have this when I'm big? Can I have this when I'm big? And she's going through everything. And she said, Mom, I just want that gold cross dress that you have. And I was like, do you want to wear it to the prom? You can wear it to your prom, whatever fits you. I'm like, you better hope that you're somewhere near my height because,
Right. But we saw each other, and again, you were just the nicest person on earth. We were chatting, and you said, oh, Ashley, you've got something in your teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to get it out because you were helping me.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
And you just put your finger in my mouth.
Yeah.
And you pulled
And
that
I remember it was
spinach
like
out.
Kendall and Gigi standing there or something. I remember there was like
Serena
a few girls.
was there.
Yes.
And then you got it out. I had to tweet it. I was like, that first Met,
I
Kim
did-
pulled spinach
oh
out
my
of my teeth.
God, I didn't
and-
even know you tweeted
Oh,
that.
yeah. It was a moment for me. You put your finger in
I'm
my
like,
mouth.
I'm not a hater. So if I see a girl
Yes.
with some food in her teeth or a guy, anyone, I'm like that. I'll let you know
was
in a
so
subtle way. I'll
appreciative.
help you out.
But the best part was that you gave your phone to Serena, and you said, Serena, can you take a picture of us? And I was like, oh my God, Serena. Serena Williams is taking a picture of us. It was just such a moment.
That's so
that
funny.
I will never forget.
Those bathroom. It's like the Bathroom Chronicles. That was like right across from the bathroom.
Yep. And my feet
a
were
lot
bleeding.
goes down in those bathrooms.
You know,
my feet, I think, were bleeding after the Met too. The chainmail cut my toenail or something, and I was just.
What do you do when your feet hurt? Have you figured
nothing.
that out yet?
Just take your shoes off or keep going. But once you take them off, you can't put them on back on
because the swelling is real.
Yeah.
Have you had any, like how I've had these like crazy moments with you? Have you had crazy stardom moments at the Met?
You know, the Met is super overwhelming because there's just so many people. There's just more moments in my life where I just like pinch myself. Mm-hmm. And I think those moments for me are kind of with Jennifer Lopez. Because
Darcel is a freak about Jennifer.
Yeah, she just honestly, in person, no makeup on, she looks so young and so beautiful. And
Goals.
She was always someone that I, just completely looked up to. Mm-hmm. Just thought, still think is like the most beautiful person, and just someone that was so very nice, and just someone that was like so unattainable, or someone that I wouldn't know, like just before I was in the business. And then meeting her, and from like day one, she's always been so nice to me.
Wow.
And then just moments where like I'll be at her house for dinner, and she's cooking and in sweats.
You're
and
at
like
her house for dinner, and
she's like, and there's just moments where I'll just sit back and be like, I remember saying one time we had dinner there and Kanye came, and I was just like, babe, like, I don't mean to be annoying on the car ride home, but we just had dinner at fucking Jennifer Lopez's house. Like, she cooked for us. Like I, being in her home, in her space, and,
environment, yeah.
And one time I was at Chloe's baby shower, and her house was close by, and I had to change. And I went over there to talk to her about something, and I just like brought my bag in and changed. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just literally text J-Lo to be like, can I come over and change? Like, I was like, there's moments like that where I'm just like, what is my life? Like, this is so exciting. That like, so obviously exciting. Not like a creepy fan, and
right,
whatever.
Right. You're not
but
taking
like
pictures in her bathroom of her bathroom.
I would. But there's those moments where I'm just like, what is this life? I feel so, excited to befriend people that I look up to and admire.
Well, I'm having that moment right now, so thank you for being here. Okay, so let's talk about fashion. Yeah. Because you are a fashion icon. You're one of mine. In fact, in many interviews, people say, "Who's your fashion icon?" I say Kim, because because you have always been chic, simple. You've been trendsetter. You're so curvy and voluptuous and sexy, but you still make it just all come together in this beautiful way.
Thank you.
Who is your fashion icon?
I do get inspiration from different places, but it is really hard. Like, because I do like to dress really simple. I think that's always been the key to how I dress. It's always an element of simplicity.
And ease.
Yeah.
You look like you just threw this on, but like...
Yeah, and I did. Because I had on this neon outfit with this neon ponytail, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing way too much.
You could have come like that.
So
I didn't have a neon hot pink dress.
I felt crazy. Match, but, I was like, this is too much.
All right.
But I do have to credit like my husband a lot though, because he has like a whole styling team that'll be like designing all the Yeezy stuff, and then there'll be like the Kim section with like
there's a whole
fit
section.
Models and you
have a fit model?
Oh yeah.
No, well, not just a mannequin.
Not a mannequin. I have fit models. We have to like get girls with my curves and my body type, and now that I'm skinny, we're looking for new fit models or skinnier.
Way.
And yeah, but like when I was pregnant, we needed a fit model that was bigger and had my measurements.
This is the key to not having fitting after fitting after fitting.
Oh, it's the fittings are the one thing that I can't handle. So we got a fit model that had my pregnancy curves, and then we put a belly on the fit model. Right. And so, because I mean, imagine pregnant, and my feet were so swollen and heels, and I couldn't do it. I physically couldn't do it. So that's when I started with my fit models. And I was like, wait a minute, you're just sending me all the photos. They look amazing. And I'll put them up on a board. All the outfits will be there. And I'm like, perfect. This looks nice on her. I'll wear this. I'll wear this. And if I have pink hair, then all the fit models will wear a pink wig.
And we need to get on this.
So,
Darcel,
yeah.
could you find me a fit
Yep,
model? Because my measurements
absolutely.
don't really change that much, right? But we could
Yes.
kind of go. We could have an LA fit model and a
100.
New York fit model.
It's genius.
You just like
We've had fit models in New York, even just to get a vibe. If they do like a full like pull in different cities,
Yeah.
they'll try it on and see what works and what doesn't.
my
blown.
mind just went.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because I will have fittings until midnight sometimes, and I'm
I used- yeah,
exhausted.
yeah.
And this is the key to life.
Game
That
changer.
is like a crazy concept.
All right, so I want to talk about designers. And in the beginning, you can't tell me that it was easy to have a designer just like make something for you.
Oh, it was, I mean, nobody would dress me.
Right.
It was like nobody. I remember Kanye taking me to Paris and bringing me into like an atelier and seeing all this stuff. And I was just so quiet and so nervous to sit at a fashion show. And just, I think, I remember going to my first Met and I'm really pregnant and Riccardo Tisci dressed me. And I'm like so pregnant, and Karine Rotfield said to me, it was like I was literally sitting next to Donatella Versace, Madonna was at my table. I mean, I think Beyonce was at our table. It was like this, I was just like all these designers, all these amazing people.
Yeah.
And Karine Rotfield had said to me,
How many months pregnant were you?
7.5.
Oh,
and she
jeez.
said to me, I have the best idea. Can you come to Paris and do a photo shoot for my CR magazine cover? And Ricardo will art direct it, and Karl Lagerfeld will shoot it. And I was just like, oh my God. Like inside, I was literally dying.
Yes.
Like literally dying.
Yes.
And then.
And you said yes.
I said yes, and I went. And so this is actually the funniest story. So my mom has been a huge fan of Karl Lagerfeld for the longest time, like
Well, she kind of
forever.
dresses
and
like
in the
him.
80s,
You know what I
like
mean?
that's
the
her
white
thing.
button up.
Totally.
Yes.
So, a friend of mine called me at the shoot. She knew how excited I was, and she's like, "Well, on like the set of a shoot with Karl, especially if it's your first one, he gives the model a bag." And I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like waiting all day for this bag from Karl, right? Just so I can have it. I was so excited. So my mom comes to the shoot hours later, lets me sit there grueling, waiting for everyone for 6 hours. She like waltzes in vintage Chanel like thigh-high boots,
Kris Jenner.
Chanel leggings, Chanel blouse with the CC gold going up, Chanel blazer from the 80s,
Savage.
which sees everywhere, Chanel gloves, Chanel purse, Chanel like scarf,
Who is
Chanel
this woman?
glasses. She looks
Billboard.
like
She
the
looks
most
like
decked
insane,
out woman in the
probably.
world. So Karl falls in love with her.
Of course.
And is he talking to her the whole time? So my shoot's over. I'm waiting for this bag. I'm waiting for this bag. I'm waiting for this bag.
Oh no.
He brings out a rhinestone Lego clutch. Remember those Legos?
Oh yeah.
That
yeah.
was like $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
Well, he bought a one-of-a-kind all rhinestone one that never made it to production. It was like this sample.
Did it have C's on it?
Yeah, I mean the big
Yeah,
season
yeah,
front.
yeah.
It was like I was literally shaking,
this
thinking
big?
this bag is for me. He walks up and he hands it to my mom.
No.
And he was like,
Passed out.
Chris,
No.
I love you. This has been so amazing being with you. And I was like, so I go in the bathroom and I start crying.
Oh no, you don't.
And I call my cousin Cece, who's like my mom's age and my mom's like best friend. And I'm like,
Cece.
this bitch
Oh.
stole my fucking shine. This is my first fashion shoot. This is the only time someone in fashion has paid it. Was
Right.
my big day. This is my first everything. I'm pregnant. I'm irritable. I'm fucking, swollen, like my feet, everything. I'm
Everything.
like, she's ruined my life. And she was like, and then she later I told her Mom, you really stole my shine. Like this was my day. And I'm like so upset. And, I don't think I ever told Karl or anyone that story. Like no one knows
Wait,
except for my family.
Did you never get a bag?
Well, she has it in her closet, and I
She
just
didn't
said,
give it to
"Can
you?"
you
She's like,
please,
"Too
in
bad."
your will, leave it to North?" Because I was pregnant,
Oh.
and I wanted that as a gift for my
Oh,
daughter
yeah.
of her first Chanel bag,
Right.
given to us by Karl.
Right.
So, I mean, I've done another Chanel shoot, and he literally went all out.